The collapse that almost cost them the title. Earlier today, Sevilla were in action. Had they beaten Granada, they would be second. But instead, the big two remain the top two. Sevilla losing against Granada at Los Cármenes, which means the gap between the two is 6 points. Real Madrid top. Hello, welcome along to our coverage of the first Clásico of the La Liga season. It's always such a huge game, but especially so when it has such a bearing on the title race. Watching here in the studio, the former Swansea, Wigan and Everton manager, Roberto Martinez, current Belgium head coach as well, of course, Phil Neville, ex-Valencia coach, and our regular guest, Guillem Balaguer. We'll be getting their thoughts a bit later on, but let's just show you how the teams lined up before kickoff. Starting off with Barcelona. Luis Enrique naming the same side which started last Sunday's 1-1 draw at Real Sociedad. Andrés Iniesta back in the matchday squad, but not the starting 11, as Andre Gomes retained his place. Samuel Titi, also recently injured, but on the bench for this game. Real Madrid head coach Zinedine Zidane changed three of his back four from the 2-1 win over Sporting at the Bernabeu last weekend. So back come Dani Carvajal, Rafael Varane, and also Marcelo is restored to the starting lineup. Isco preferred to James Rodriguez. Here is the first half then with your commentary team, Terry Gibson and Rob Palmer.
Well, it's more than a football game, we always say that. Mixture of history and politics and social values as well. They're looking for a separatist Catalonia. Real Madrid are looking to separate themselves from Barcelona by 9 points if they're victorious this afternoon. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. Real Madrid, top of the table against Barcelona, trailing them for the first time in 5 years of Clásicos. Alongside me, Terry Gibson. It's the first time in a long time that Real Madrid have come into this game as the favourites.
Yes, and they are in great form. Zinedine Zidane making management look far too easy. He knows this is going to be a tough ask today. Barcelona, so important they at least don't get beat to maintain their position in the race for the title. Some big decisions for both managers today.
Oh, Messi to Rakitic. Well, we've had a minute in the game and already the tackles are flying in and the referee is there as a statue of calm. Well, he has to let the game flow, but he also has to offer protection to many of the superstars down there. Cristiano Ronaldo and Modric both taken out by one tackle.
90 seconds in, tackles are flying thick and fast. Busquets managing to take out two Real Madrid players there, which I think is a legitimate tackle. Big decision for both managers. The fact that it's going to be interesting to see where Isco is going to be lining up. It looks like he's part of the midfield trio alongside Kovacic and Modric, Ronaldo. I wonder whether he's going to be centre forward or left wing. It appears he started in the left wing position, but of course, him and Benzema will rotate and swap about.
Here is the rejuvenated Cristiano Ronaldo to Benzema. Ronaldo is taken out off the ball. The referee's having to have 360-degree vision to make decisions here. Ronaldo was complaining at him. Vasquez felt that he'd been turned down. The referee looked for assistance of his flagman. Play rolls on.
It wasn't a tidy challenge, that's for sure. Interesting to see the replay of that challenge. Vasquez. My initial reaction was it was a foul. You see Vasquez driving into the box, gets the touch away from Mascherano. It's a penalty. Mascherano makes no contact with the ball, and it is a foul.
The referee's view wasn't blocked. He was the closest man in Spain to the whole incident, and he could see him tell Vasquez to get back onto his feet. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cue the boos when Ronaldo gets the ball, and the triple step over for Ronaldo, who does save his best for these games. He scored 4 goals in his last 5 matches.
2 minutes for controversy, Rob. 88 to go.
Carvajal. Nervous ball by Carvajal, looking for Vasquez. Vasquez did play in the game between these sides last April, but only a minute's experience. Yeah, the newcomer in their team is Kovacic, who hasn't played in a Clasico before for Barcelona. The players tasting it for the first time. Ter Stegen in goal, and Andre Gomez, the surprise selection in midfield. Here he's on the ball. Given the players that are available to the two managers, we were questioning whether Iniesta would start for Barcelona, Casemiro would start for Real Madrid. On form this season, they would have been in the team, but both had a long injury layoff. Understandable, Terry?
Yeah, particularly Casemiro. I think he's been out almost around 11 weeks, which is a lot longer than Iniesta's 6 weeks. I must admit, due to their form recently at Barcelona, I did wonder, and I did believe that Iniesta was going to be picked to start the game.
There's Sergio Roberto looking for Rakitic. Sergio Ramos guiding the ball out of play.
You see Vasquez takes the ball on his second touch, away from the challenge from Mascherano in the box. Could be argued that Vasquez makes contact, but I don't think he intends to make contact with Mascherano. Mascherano, it was a clumsy challenge, it was an untidy challenge. I still believe, and looking at it again, that it was a penalty.
So the only get out for the referee would be saying that the ball wasn't within playing distance, but had Mascherano let him advance, it would have been.
Yep.
Marcelo getting it high. Mascherano leaves it for Andre Ter Stegen. Luis Enrique has this incredible record as manager. They've won 9 of the 11 trophies that he's competed for as a boss. Won the double and won the triple as well. And this is the first time that his position has come under scrutiny.
See, I think that's where Andre Gomez has to work harder, Rob, making himself available for the pass from Busquets.
Here is Neymar. Jordi Alba alongside him. Suarez and Messi in the centre. It's the full force of Barcelona here. Carvajal tries to guide it out of play.
It was difficult for Andre Gomez, a young player, new to Barcelona. But he has to be courageous and receive the ball in dangerous positions. Barcelona enables Barcelona to get up the pitch and get service to the front three.
Well, the sun is about to set over the city of Barcelona. Neymar limping on. He's gone through a tough spell. He hasn't scored in his last 7 games in all competitions. Shows how far that Kovacic has advanced this season. The fact that he's making his Clasico debut. That's where the damage was done to Neymar. Carvajal landing rather heavily on his left boot. Mascherano to Piqué. That was the other consideration, wasn't it? Whether Umtiti would play centre-back. One at signing that has worked from the summer investment. Sergio Ramos, so experienced in these games. It's his 33rd match against Barcelona. Sergio Roberto. Busquets helps it on. Gomez. Alba to Neymar. Busquets. Now Lionel Messi, an air of expectation rises around the Camp Nou. Rakitic. A little like last season when Real were successful here in April. They won 2-1. They're content to sit back, to defend, put the onus on Barcelona attacking. We know it's Spanish football, and we know that Zidane was a fine French player, but there's a little bit of the Italianisation about their defending. Modric, Ronaldo. The referee held his whistle. Now Carvajal. Backfired against the referee.
Yeah, you can see the patience of Real Madrid in their defence. You can see also their eagerness to push forward when they regain possession, break forward on the counter-attack.
It's Mascherano. Busquets. Andre Gomez to Messi. Ball's coming for Suarez to Messi. Good movement this. Neymar regains his footing. Oh, and he's taken up. It was that handball by Ramos. Well, Luis Suarez and co swear it was. It was point-blank range. The referee points to just a corner and not the penalty spot.
Well, it's the first time Barcelona really let loose. And the ball chipped up towards the far post. Sergio Roberto is hitting it back across goal. From that angle, it's not conclusive by any means, but the appeals from the Barcelona players were clear.
Two big early calls for Senor Clos Gomez. Neymar's corner. PK helps it on. Marcelo leads the charge. Little burst from Jordi Alba, who took a heavy bang in the game against Malaga last week, to be withdrawn. They've worked on him, they've got him fit for this one. Neymar, Brazilian against Brazilian. Neymar against Marcelo.
He might get a better look here. Ramos sprawling back in across the box. He hits him on the shoulder, doesn't it? His arm's not outstretched, but he certainly doesn't do an awful lot to move the arm out the way. And that would have been a difficult one for the referee and the assistant referee to call.
I would imagine the representatives of Barcelona will be questioning whether he made any great effort to move his arm out of the way of the ball. Gomez to Mascherano. A little slip from the Argentinian. Ter Stegen. Maybe safety first from Ter Stegen. Nobody willing to take it off him. Here's Benzema. Vasquez. Marcelo. Puts his might behind that. Will it spin for the corner? Yes, it will.
He's under pressure there from the slip from Mascherano. We saw Neymar slip as well. A really important part of that attack from Barcelona.
Varane and Ramos join Cristiano Ronaldo in around the 6-yard box. Good header from Rakitic. Across the face of goal. Mascherano sticks out the boot. Busquets to Messi. Neymar checks himself onside. But Suarez was off.
And he'll probably get a yellow card, I would imagine.
Well, he could argue that he was flagged offside, Hall. The flag came up so late. He'd already applied his boot to the ball. They did tease him.
I think he has a glance, and that was a finish of fury. That was an attempt at goal from Luis Suarez. There's no need for him to be in an offside position there. He had a whole lot of space between the central defenders. Really should have done better and worked harder to run from an onside position.
Here is Isco, who's won his stripes again. Who's on the periphery of the team at the beginning of the campaign. Started only one of the opening 9. The referee considering and deciding that is worthy of the first yellow card of the game to Isco.
Well, there's no doubt it's a clear foul by Isco on Neymar. Tussling in the box, and there again we see the use of the hand. This time it's from Rakitic. Certainly hasn't got his eye on the ball, has he? He's got his head down, he's not even looking at the ball, but it does strike him on the arm. Penalty appeal every 4 minutes.
You keep track of them, Jerry. That's a loose ball. Ter Stegen, the sweeper keeper. The role, of course, that Claudia Bravo used to play. Stegen's played 63 games for Barcelona before tasting a Clásico. He's being watched today as well by his national team manager. Isco cleverly gives Gomez the slip. Mascherano reads the situation so well. Here's Marcelo. Benzema. Messi. Oh, he's caught in full flow by Modric. One of those tackles that look worse because of the speed of the little Argentinian.
Well, it does look as if Modric is in a position to win the ball clean. He'll argue that he did. He does catch a little bit of Messi as well.
Vasquez.
I agree with you, Rob. It was at such a quick pace, wasn't it? Modric seized the opportunity to try and win the ball back.
Here's Messi. Modric, the ball winner. New dimension to his game. Cristiano Ronaldo. Zidane urging his players forwards. Marcelo leads the charge. Benzema is in there. PK has it plucked. Nervous header from Sergio Roberto.
It's certainly hard to pick up Ronaldo's position. It appears that Benzema, I would imagine he's not meant to be. He's occupying the left side of attack much more than Ronaldo. Slightly different role for Karim Benzema.
Vasquez over the head of Ronaldo. Still got a touch on it though. The man who scored the winning goal when they last met here in the spring is against the odds because Sergio Ramos had been sent off just a couple of minutes before. Jordi Alba. Busquets. Rakitic to Messi. Now Neymar. Neymar needs to change his boots. That's twice that he's slipped in this game. Andre Gomez.
It is utterly ridiculous, isn't it? A player that relies so much on being able to change direction at pace so often. Clearly doesn't have the right footwear on.
Mascherano to Neymar. Gomez. Rakitic. Now Roberto. Messi making himself available. Lovely movement from Messi. Bumps into Modric again.
It's a clash of the giants, that one, isn't it? Messi complaining of being bullied by Luka Modric. Certainly Modric is the leader of the team in the midfield area. The younger players, Isco and Kovacic. Messi there is clipped, isn't he, by Modric?
It's roughly 418 minutes of football against Real Madrid since Lionel Messi scored against the great rivals in his own time. His eyes focusing on one square in the net. Messi casually over the wall, waiting gleefully is keeper Keylor Navas.
Yep, not one of his best, but he's high standards, exceptional high standards over the wall, but lacks the real power to trouble Keylor Navas.
Messi. Busquets. Alba. Gomez. Handled well by Rafael Varane.
It's important Andre Gomez holds the ball up away from, in the correct position, away from Rafael Varane. Once it got away from him, and then we see the cross back into the box from Sergio Roberto. There's no doubt it strikes Ramos on the arm, but I think you can see there his arm isn't outstretched, is it?
Was that the mannequin challenge?
We can't complain today that we don't get every angle possible.
Well, they wondered about Zinedine Zidane when he was first appointed. Was he just the president's man? Was he just a Galactico in managerial clothing? But as he's proven, he's a man of his own mind. So Cristiano Ronaldo earlier in the season. He's playing the likes of Carvajal ahead of Danilo. Isco in the team ahead of Hammers. He cares little about shirt sales or transfer fees. Here is Carvajal. Stayed in play. Jordi Alba to Neymar. Bypasses Isco. Waiting from his Varane. So far, it's been a defensive masterclass by these two teams. Neymar. Suarez makes an angle for himself. It's Varane in the way once more. It's Barcelona who are beginning to sharpen things up here.
Yep. On the other occasion, they are looking as if they can penetrate the Real Madrid defence quite easily. Luis Suarez there, no surprise to see him. Immediate control of the ball and a snapshot on the turn towards goal. Well blocked by Real Madrid. Sergio Ramos who gets there. It's heading towards the far corner. It would have required Keylor Navas to have been at full length to try and make the save.
Rakitic to Messi. Waiting for the run of Neymar. Hangs on to it brilliantly. The defending by Ramos. Does look like little Messi's in the mood this afternoon. Some question whether his powers are waning. Well, look at the 19 goals that he's scored so far this season.
And it's the first weekend in December.
Year 2016, 47 goals. Almost a quarter of the game gone. We're waiting for the breakthrough. Vasquez. Towards Roberto, gets around it with ease. Teases up for Benzema. Mascherano throws his body in the way. Carvajal. Gomez with a header. Modric. Now Isco. Vasquez. Sergio Roberto. Barcelona at ease, defending. Suarez. And Ramos goes shoulder to shoulder. Now that is a contest. Now Rakitic.
That's got good balance to the game, Rob, isn't it? Every now and then Real Madrid threatening Barcelona. On this occasion, a couple of occasions, just failed to make the most of this attack. Suarez have been more than happy to go in that fashion against Sergio Ramos, pinning the centre-back of Real Madrid, backing into him.
That was old school, though, wasn't it?
Yep, he nearly got the pass away, and then another pass nearly found Rakitic. Rakitic almost got a telling cross into the box. Interesting, though, that Lucas Vasquez beat Sergio Roberto really easily on the left wing. Zidane might think that's worth making more of the opportunity against a player that we're not yet sure how comfortable he is. Certainly not defending as a right-back. Going forward, no problem with Sergio Roberto, but marking a pacey, elusive winger will be a problem for him.
There's Benzema. Marcelo's his wingman. Marcelo get the cross in touch. Stegen got a hand to it. Jordi Alba with a diving header away. Rakitic. Now Sergio Roberto. Barcelona relying on these deep-lying runs from midfield. They'll be altering their style to try to undo Real Madrid. They're on this incredible run in La Liga of 6 successive wins. They haven't been beaten since last February. 25 league games in a row. We've got cameras everywhere. The referee doesn't have eyes everywhere. Otherwise, that may have been a penalty.
Yep, we would do another appeal. I'm pretty sure it won't be the last, particularly if we're going to be looking at every angle from every set piece that's delivered into the box. It was a little appeal from Ronaldo, but nothing too major.
As you saw, Barcelona edging the possession. I think the one graphic we don't get is the number of penalty appeals per team in the first half. This is Suarez. Dances with the ball. Draws Carvajal towards him. He's comfortable in conceding the corner.
He's really determined, doesn't he? Luis Suarez wants to get physical with both the central defenders, wants to run the channels, hasn't been in the best of form of late.
Luis Enrique under scrutiny. No Barcelona manager has ever lost back-to-back home games against Real Madrid. Modric. Everybody was called back to defend that corner by Zidane. Mascherano to Suarez. Determination, drive, but not quite the turbocharge.
Yeah, once he skips off the turf, there's not an awful lot Luis Suarez can do to get on the end of that pass from Mascherano.
Well, it's more than a football ground. Back in the day, this was the only place that you could safely come to speak in the Catalan language. People ask how many speak it, and I'm told it's 7 million. It's more than the population of New Zealand or Norway.
Saw an error there from Sergio Ramos. Misjudged the flight of the long ball downfield. Luis Suarez maybe should have been a little bit more positive in that situation rather than just quickly moving it on, trying to move it on to Lionel Messi.
Neymar. Now Suarez backing into Rafael Varane. Forget how young he is. He's only 23 years of age. Rafael Varane, meanwhile at the other end of the field. Mascherano gives Cristiano Ronaldo a little dig in the ribs.
Certainly Mascherano wasn't going to give up his ground there, was he? With a challenge of Ronaldo. And back to the Luis Suarez as well. That was a favourable position for Luis Suarez to receive the ball. Backing into Varane in the 18-yard box. Just around the edge of the 18-yard box. I'm well surprised he wasn't able to keep control, hold the ball up.
Mascherano's there again. Ronaldo goes down like a rag doll. Well, it's not generally in Barcelona's DNA, but they have been regarded at times this season as a little physical.
I think there are players in their team, Rob, that when it's needed to, they can put their foot in and look after themselves. The two centre-backs spring to mind, Piqué and Mascherano. Rakitic doesn't mind a challenge, nor does Jordi Alba. And in the Clasico, it's not a surprise, is it, that those players are putting their foot in. Similar to Modric for Real Madrid. Elite footballers, world-class footballers. In a game like this, a real competitive edge.
Neymar. Well, you know it's rough and tumble when Neymar is getting a yellow card for a foul.
That was a silly yellow card for him to pick up. He complained that he thought he was fouled. A little bit of a temper there from Neymar. Rushes into the next challenge. He does catch Lucas Vazquez on the outside of the left leg. That's where he felt he was impeded. I don't think there was too much wrong there and not worthy of a referee stopping the game.
We're never quite sure what Barcelona played for Neymar, but we've calculated that the transfer fees of the Barcelona starting 11 today is £226 million. Real Madrid starting 11 cost a cool £236 million. Of course, we're missing one of the costliest players in Gareth Bale, who is spectating, expected to be out until the new year with that ankle surgery that he endured this week. Toni Kroos, the other big name player, missing for Real Madrid. At some point, maybe Barcelona will bring Iniesta on to show some leadership. At the moment, Luis Enrique is asking for a team of battlers.
I don't think, in all fairness, Rob, that either team are playing at their best, and we saw Barcelona struggle last week. Somehow got a draw at Real Sociedad. We saw Real Madrid narrowly beat Sporting Gijón, who missed a penalty in the last minutes of the game.
Brilliant ball. Great run from Marcelo as well. Sergio Roberto was wise to it. He needed him to be alert then, otherwise that was a big problem for Barca.
And I do feel if one team are at their best, can find the best form, we could really take control of this game. And that could go either way at the moment.
At the moment, it's like a footballing game of chess. Both of the masters on the touchline, making tactical moves. Stalemate after 30 minutes, though. Just to get one of the acres of stats that we've got out of the way, there hasn't been a 0-0 in the last 39 games in all competitions between these two teams.
Again, another example is Rakitic with a misplaced pass. We've seen a few of those today from both teams.
Marcelo. Fullback to fullback. Carvajal. Benzema, Vasquez, Ronaldo in the centre. Modric arriving at speed. Isco. Carvajal. Vasquez with the cross. Benzema comes in. Bumps into Cristiano Ronaldo. Forced to Marcelo. To a line offside, having damaged each other.
Yeah, but that is a real threat for Real Madrid. Every time the ball goes wide and gets crossed into the box. Normally it's the fullback. Stanley Carvalho on that occasion lofting it towards the far post. And I do feel Real Madrid there. Benzema slips, collides with Ronaldo. And Barcelona smuggle the ball away to the edge of the box, and Marcelo cannot get a clean attempt in on goal.
Ronaldo is going for the overhead kick, and he vents his anger at his striking partner Benzema. He was going for the header, he was going for the flyer. Suarez, neat, precise tackling from Varane. There's Vasquez. Now Jordi Alba. Isco. Couldn't shake off Busquets. Well, they've been excellent on their travels, Real Madrid. In 5 of their 6 games in La Liga so far this season. Referee looking to his assistant on the far side to sort out that little local difficulty. This play continues with Isco. Kovacic. Marcelo. It was an important tackle that from PK, because there was no room for error.
Well, he thought twice about it, didn't he? He had a split second to do that. Just about got it right. It was a challenge that needed to be made. Marcelo is more of any influence on the game, isn't he? Talks about the importance of the fullbacks for Real Madrid to get forward, to give the attack some width. particularly Marcelo, because there's no one really occupying the left side of attack for Real Madrid. The space is there. If they get crosses into the box, then Benzema and Ronaldo are a danger to Barcelona.
It has been a game so far where most of the important statistics are the defensive statistics. Messi and Ronaldo have been squeezed out of the game. Sergio Roberto. Rakitic. Piqué. Gomez. Neymar. Too much commitment. And a challenge from behind by Carvajal.
It's a heavy challenge for Carvajal. He claims that he made contact with the ball, but he was not in a position, was he, to make a clear challenge without tackling from behind. Quite an easy decision there for the referee. Real Madrid should believe they've got enough big players in their team to contain Barcelona. This type of set piece from corners. Gomez gives a little bit more height, doesn't he, to Barcelona now?
There will be a plan drawn up for a situation like this by Luis Enrique and his backroom staff. They've hatched a plan, Neymar and Messi. Messi delivers, easy for Real Madrid to defend. Kovacic clears.
But the onus is certainly on Barcelona, isn't it? Trying in 6 points against Real Madrid in the race for the title. I think it's been a comfortable first 35 minutes of the game for Real Madrid.
Well, it was a good early part of the day, wasn't it, for both of these two clubs, because one of the other challenges, Sevilla, suffered a surprise defeat against bottom-placed Granada. Neymar, loose pass. Modric onto it quickly. Now Ronaldo. How many years has he been up against Piqué? Piqué knows his tricks. Ter Stegen knew the angle.
It could have been a bit of a surprise there for Ter Stegen. I think we're all expecting Ronaldo to cut across onto his right foot, across Piqué, and Rakitic goes for the narrow angle at the near post. Good alert goalkeeping by Ter Stegen to palm the ball away. But again, it was a misplaced pass from Neymar.
Modric collar. Suarez header. Isco. Modric. News offside.
As we come to the last few minutes of the first half, it must be a consideration for, you can see Modric clearly offside there, along with 2 or 3 of his teammates, of how soon Luis Enrique can introduce Iniesta.
He's been out a long time, Andres Iniesta. Missed the last 7 games. Those played in the space of 41 days. Interestingly, they've lost games this season when he hasn't started. The 3 defeats for Barcelona in all competitions. He came on as sub in 2 of them. Sprayed wide by Modric, taken well by Vasquez. Inside to Ronaldo. Ronaldo takes an all-comers and, well, just got a toe poke to it. And Ter Stegen's in his way again.
There's no doubt, as this half has wore on, Real Madrid have looked the better team, look the more confident team, more assured team, and at the moment are really asserting themselves over Barcelona in their own stadium.
Now things are beginning to loosen up a little bit here, maybe a little bit too loose for Marcelo there. Rolled down the arm of Luka Modric.
Good chest control from Lucas Vazquez. Feeds the ball into Ronaldo. Good close control to evade a couple of challenges. He knows it's important. He gets away his shot quickly. Goes for a little toe poke towards goal. Straight at Ter Stegen.
They were anticipating a full house here today, but it was noted that tickets, around 1,000 tickets, were still available this morning for this game. Normally we give you a black market price, but I can tell you the tickets were going for about €123 just before kick-off. They were official tickets, face value. Andre Gomez to Jordi Alba. Messi. Alba. Time for another penalty appeal.
It's Alba trying to feed the ball into the box. Again, it's...
And he had cause to appeal, didn't he? Well, he certainly didn't hit him on the chest. Neymar's corner. Gomez comes in. Didn't throw himself at the ball. Varane away. There's Busquets. Neymar, Messi's in there, lurking with intent. Messi shows. Sergio Roberto shoots the cry. Roberto charged down by Vazquez.
Again, poor quality from a Barcelona player, heavy touch, which led to him being closed down easily. And that does strike his arm, doesn't it? Outstretched arm. I think that's the best penalty appeal for Barcelona, and perhaps one that should have been given. 7 or 8 appeals, I probably would have gone for one for each team at the moment.
Well, it remains 0-0. What the chances are of the first goal in this game being scored from the penalty spot. PK. Busquets. Into the final 5 minutes of a fiercely competitive first half. Modric. Ramos up against Suarez.
He almost got a run on Sergio Ramos there, didn't he? Momentarily lost the position of Luis Suarez.
Let's go. Well, most of the Real Madrid players were given a break in midweek as they played in the Copa del Rey. It was a big win against Leonesa for them. And, the next generation of the Zidanes got the headlines. Enzo, son of Zizou, scored one of the goals. Mariano scored the quickest goal in Copa del Rey history for Real Madrid as well, or for Real Madrid history in the King's Cup. Busquets. Suarez keen to get things going. Neymar fell off the tightrope.
Yep, just not firing, are they? The front three at the moment. You see Jordi Alba crossing the ball into the box there. I think it's quite significant, isn't it, the amount that Dani Carvajal does. Put his arm out. Blagged the referee. It hit him on the chest. The referee didn't give the penalty.
We had a spell in Spain, didn't we, where every handball was a mandatory yellow card. It's not even a mandatory penalty now. Benzema was rugby tackled by Busquets. If the referee saw that, he was always going to give it. He was hanging on to his midriff. Varane.
It's a measure of the confidence of Zidane, though, isn't it? Real Madrid coming into the new camp 6 points clear, and playing Isco instead of Casemiro. As a neutral, I must say, I'm always pleased to see Isco playing, particularly in the big games. And hugely talented player. I thought was man of the match against Atletico Madrid and fully deserves his place in the starting lineup.
Real Madrid coming into this game on the back of a win against Sporting Gijón. Barcelona on the back of a dreadful display last week against Real Sociedad. Benzema enters the danger area, a little teaser and one of those that could go anywhere, and Piqué is just delighted it hits the advertising board rather than the back of the net.
He does look stressed out, doesn't he, Gerard Piqué, when Real Madrid turned defence into attack. Plenty of pacey players for him to have to deal with. He doesn't get a touch on that, and Ronaldo was cross at the near post. And it was going to be an opportunity for the goal-scoring machine.
Goalkeeper retreats to his line. Wise decision as Varane came through the crowd.
He climbs above Gerard Piqué. I think it's a slight deflection off of Piqué. It thinks the power off the header.
Messi to Rakitic. Messi again. Sergio Roberto. Messi, Suarez and Neymar in the centre. Modric was determined to get there ahead of them. There'll be a lot of time added to the first half. This would be psychologically such an important moment in this match to score a goal. Isco. Vasquez. Kovacic allowed to run through the heart of the Barca midfield, and then a poor pass by Kovacic. Right on cue, the referee draws the first half to a close. Both managers will be delighted defensively with the way that their teams have played. They'll be hoping that the creative players can do a little more. A game that has had its moments, lots of half chances and a large number of penalty appeals as well.